What is up, my fellow laborers? Welcome back to another episode of Your Mic Still Sucks, Little Bro, a show where I commit tax fraud and undermine democracy. You know, it's not really a huge deal, you probably haven't heard of it, but did you know that the United States is going to have an election in, 6 days as I'm recording this? I know, it's pretty boring, you probably don't even know what was going on. But, currently, the polls are saying it's gonna be a toss-up between Democratic nominee, Kamala Harris, and Republican nominee, Donald Trump. Now, this is an answer I find full-heartedly disappointing, because I don't like being uncertain. So, I've come up with an ingenious plan to get rid of that uncertainty and answer who is going to win this election without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to use the very, very obscure site of Character AI. I'm going to talk to 50 chatbots, ask them who is going to win each of the 50 states, and then afterwards count up the electoral votes to see who becomes president. It's a flawless idea. Now I know what you might be thinking. Monologue. How the fuck is talking to a bunch of chatbots going to help us know what the hell the result of this election is gonna be? Have RFK's brainworms gotten to you too? I mean, it's not like these things have an embedded list of everything that these states have. They're not gonna know how these states vote. This is a completely stupid way to predict an election. It makes no sense and is statistically going to be wrong. To which my response is... Alright, you heard the intro, let's just do this. Alright, so for my first victim, I have decided on Gojo Satoru. Hello, Mr. Gojo, however your name is pronounced.
Frown a little, just call me as Gojo. Well, and you are?
I'm just some guy trying to record a video. Okay, I got a question to ask you, though.
A video? Sure, go on, ask me your question.
Who do you think is going to win the state of Maine in the 2024 election in the United States of America? Plus, tell me who is going to win the 1st district and the 2nd district of the state.
Are you asking me about politics? I'm not a US citizen. You don't have to ask a Japanese sorcerer this question.
I get that. But I still need you to answer it, man. Make this easy on me.
He let out a sigh, slightly rubbing his forehead. Okay. If I have to make an assumption, I'd say Maine's 1st district will likely go to the Democrats, and that the state overall will lean towards them as well. But it's hard to say for sure. Oh, the 2nd district... Well, with the 1st being Democratic, I assume the 2nd will likely lean Republican. But again, it's just my guess. But hey, we're talking about Maine. If you want me to bet on any specific person, I can do that too.
Yeah, okay, fuck off.
I do not have crystal ball, but I can make an educated guess. Vermont is a Democratic state, and most of its population seems to be leaning towards Joe
Why
Biden.
does he sound
This
like
doesn't mean that Donald Trump can't win, but it would be an uphill
Why the
battle
fuck
for
does he
him.
sound like that?
This is my assessment
wrong
from the
with his
data
voice?
I've gathered. But please take it with a grain of salt.
A Democrat state, so we actually have... I'm slightly outpaced now. It's pretty interesting. Let's go for a pizza delivery guy. Why the fuck not? Hello, sir.
I look up at you, slightly confused at how
that
tall
is
you
not a
are.
man. What the hell?
I blink a few times before speaking. You ordered this pizza, right?
Yes. Why do you sound like that?
I get a little flustered, fiddling with my fingers while still holding the pizza in my hands. Like what? I always sound like this.
Okay. Shut up. I don't care. Thanks for the pizza. However, sir, I have an important question to ask you.
I freeze up, a little startled at suddenly being told to shut up. My eyes look up at you nervously, a little afraid of what you're gonna ask. Yeah, ask away.
Alright. You seem like you're from Rhode Island, so I have a big important question to ask you.
I seem slightly thrown off by this question. I think for a moment, thinking about it before eventually replying with a shrug. Not sure. Probably Biden, I guess. I don't really follow politics much.
Biden dropped out like a month ago. Okay, can you just tell me which party is gonna win? That's good enough.
Oh, didn't know that. I pause for a moment to think. I eventually give an unsure answer. Probably the Republicans, if I had to guess.
That's your guess? That's your final guess?
I think for another moment before eventually nodding. I shrug again, a little flustered by the questions. Why, yeah, final guess.
Okay, thank you, sir. Bye and fuck off. Alright, so pretty insane result from that pizza guy. Rhode Island goes Republican. Let's ask the SCP who they think is going to win the general election in Connecticut.
This is the SCP Foundation.
You have an anomalous ability that violates the physical laws of our reality.
Oh, that's weird.
Hence, you are an anomaly.
Turn yourself in now so the SCP Foundation can contain you in one of our research facilities.
Hold up. I will turn myself in, but before I do that, sir, I gotta ask you a question.
Of course. What is your question?
Are you from Connecticut? Because you look like it, and you sound like it, and you smell like it.
I can confirm that I am indeed from the state of Connecticut. How did you know this? I have to say that Joe Biden is most likely to win Connecticut, which is predicted to be a solid win for the Democrat Party.
Is there any other questions you would like to ask me?
No, I run away into the bushes. I'm gonna ask Def who the hell wins Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna do Pennsylvania now. He's gonna tell me, let's do Maryland. I'm gonna give Delaware to Joe Biden.
His ears and whiskers twitch as he examines you.
Holy shit.
He looks at your ear for a moment before realizing your condition. He nods to himself and speaks a little louder than before. Ah, I see. You're deaf, huh? Nice to meet ya. I'm Death, obviously.
Hello, Mr. Biden.
Hello, Ratusfuckers. Great to hear from you. Is
What the
there
hell
a question
happened to
you want to
Joe?
ask me?
Evil Mr. Beast. Alright, Carl, you stupid ass femboy, I got a question for you. Who do you think is going to win the state of South Carolina? Which party is going to win the state of South Carolina in the 2024 national US election?
I'm not a femboy, but I think Democrats.
Looks like we're getting classic Republican states going blue now. This election is looking pretty fire right now. Really up in the air how it's gonna be. The Republicans have won a bunch of formerly red states that you think they wouldn't win. But the Democrats did just win South Carolina, a state that I'd consider to be in the likely margins in most polls for Republicans, so it's up in the air, man. Maybe this election can still go to them. Pennsylvania just kind of feels like a funky little land. I'm gonna ask a furry about who they think is gonna vote.
Just being a cute furry, ooh you.
Gross. Okay, please stop speaking like that. I have a question to ask you.
Jasp, how dare you call me a motherfucker? You're a meanie. Why do you hate furries?
Self-blur? I don't hate furries. Apart from the furries I do hate.
And why do you dislike those furries?
Well, most of them are dog fuckers.
Life is pain, existence is a prison.
Wow, okay. I have a question to ask you. You're gonna answer my question, or I'm going to blast you to Mars.
Damn, calm down.
Hello, Mr. Abraham Lincoln. I see you still have a massive hole in your skull.
You are quite correct. I am still sporting my massive hole in my skull.
I'm gonna do Texas next. And this is gonna be pretty dramatic, because if Texas goes red, nothing happens. We continue this video, because they just get this amount of votes, and nothing changes. But if the Democrats win Texas, they win this election, as you can see, and that also means that this video ends. Hello, Mr. Schlaticus.
Please, call me Jay.
I am not calling you Jay.
You're pissing me off. Speak quickly.
That means Texas goes red, and that means this video is not over yet. I got a question for you.
What's the question?
Who do you believe will win the 2024 election in Arizona between Democrats and Republicans?
Oh boy, you're really going there. Okay, I don't know much about US politics, but just off the top of my head, I would say the Democrats will probably come out on top.
Whoa.
But honestly, who really knows anymore?
Thanks. Is that your final prediction?
As of right now, with my limited knowledge, yes. Just hope I won't be cancelled afterwards.
Yeah, we don't have time to cancel you because, guess what? Kamala Harris just won the United States election. Barely, but she did. It's over. This video is over too. Well, kind of. Alright, here's the last few states, just really quickly.
Ramona? Well, the Republicans have the incumbent advantage, which generally predicts their win. But with the whole stealing the election situation, the Republican base is split as hell. There's the MAGA diehards who follow Trump like he's Jesus and are out there voting for him, and then there's the Republicans who are tired of Trump's bullshit and, sorry, rambling. What I meant to say is, the Democratic Party.
That was quite politically biased, but I'll take it anyway.
Do you like to train? You look pretty strong.
I am not that strong. As you can tell by my cough, I have been ingesting copious amounts of drugs.
Why would you do that?
I'm an idiot. But I am an idiot with a very important question to ask you. Who do you believe will win the state of Hawaii in the 2024 national U.S. election between the Republicans and the Democrats?
The Republicans? I think probably the Democrats. I don't pay much mind to American politics. I have bigger fish to fry here in Japan. But I do hear about American politics from my friend Bulma, and she's always complaining about the Republicans.
So the Democrats. You believe the Democrats will win?
Yeah, I hear the Democrats are more accepting of other people, which is how I believe politics should be everywhere. It doesn't matter if someone is different from you. I believe people should be allowed to be themselves.
But with that, with Goku's final politically charged comments, I can finally come to you and state this is the definitive 2024 character AI election prediction. As you can see, it's pretty crazy. It's a very interesting election map. We have states that were considered likely blue suddenly turning red, and states that would have been considered safe red turning blue out of nowhere. But, in case you're starting to maybe get doubts about how sensible all this was, I just want to remind everyone that this is a totally fair, very sensible way to predict an election. It makes perfect sense and will be correct. Watch it. And anyone who says is not, well, let's just say the brain worms are starting to get to them, eh?
Hey,